My dearest viewers, today I am telling you a story of a brave young girl. A prophecy once warned that a terrible creature would destroy an entire kingdom. So the people made a shocking decision. They chose to sleep for 100 years. But while the kingdom slept peacefully, one girl remained awake, waiting for the darkness to arrive. The story begins like this. A breathtaking panorama of Valerith unfolds. Silver mountains piercing the sky like majestic guards. Dense, emerald forests spread out across the landscape, an endless carpet of vibrant green. Rivers wind through the land, glistening like polished glass under the golden sun. Vast fields of golden wheat sway gently, a harmonious dance in the soft breeze. The entire land is bathed in a warm, golden sunlight, painting an idyllic and peaceful scene. Every detail of Valerith whispers of tranquility, a perfect harmony of nature's grandeur. The magnificent white marble palace of Valerith gleams under the sun, a light of peace. King Aldrin, royal and kind, walks through the grand gardens, radiating benevolent power. Queen Leora, graceful and benevolent, moves with an aura of serene majesty beside him. Subjects gather, their faces alight with happiness and contentment at the sight of their rulers. Their interaction with the joyous populace paints a vivid picture of a kingdom blessed with peace. Snowflakes drift softly past the grand windows of the palace, a serene contrast to the vibrant festival of lanterns within. Laughter and music intertwine, a joyous noise echoing through the luxurious throne room. Suddenly, a profound hush descends, silencing the festive revelry with an unsettling swiftness. A cloaked figure, Seraphine, emerges, her presence chilling and stark against the warm glow of the lanterns. Her dark cloak, impossibly dry, betrays no hint of the wintry night, deepening the mystery of her arrival. All eyes fix on Seraphine, her unexpected entrance casting a long, cold shadow over the once joyful celebration. Seraphine stands poised, her presence commanding. As the guards close in, their faces grim. Her voice, a mystical force, silences the room, drawing every eye to her with an undeniable power. The king and his court are transfixed, their expressions a mixture of shock and awe. Seraphine declares,
"I bring a message for the king, a message from the future."
As she lowers her hood, her eyes glow with an ethereal silver light, captivating the royal court. King Aldrin's regal composure shifts to intrigue, a subtle wariness flickering in his gaze. His voice, resonant with authority, breaks the silence.
"What news do you bring that makes the stars tremble tonight?"
Seraphine dramatically lifts a small crystal sphere, capturing the court's attention. Within the sphere, dark shadows twist and writhe like smoke, hinting at an ominous power. A ripple of stunned whispers goes through the court as Seraphine declares,
"In 100 years, a darkness will awaken, a eater of kingdoms. When it rises, Valerith will fall."
She warns, her voice echoing with chilling prophecy. Queen Leora steps forward, her face etched with profound concern, the weight of Seraphine's words hanging heavy in the air. A profound silence descends upon the court, every gaze fixed on the queen, awaiting her next words. Queen Leora's voice, barely a whisper, breaks the stillness.
"Can this fate be stopped?"
Seraphine responds with a chilling prophecy.
"Only if the kingdom is not here when it wakes."
Weeks later, the vast palace library hums with a desperate, hushed energy, a contrast to its usual quiet. King Aldrin and Queen Leora, their faces etched with exhaustion, pore over ancient texts. Scholars and magicians are hunched over tables, their brows furrowed in intense concentration. Glowing magical scrolls illuminate their weary faces, casting an eerie light on their desperate search. Warriors stand guard, their expressions grim, reflecting the palpable sense of urgency and fading hope. The air is thick with the scent of old parchment and unspoken fear as they race against an unseen clock. In the palace library, Master Elric, with a long white beard, pores over a heavy, leather-bound tome, dust motes dancing in the light. His gnarled fingers trace ancient runes, finding a forbidden scroll tucked deep within the book's pages. His usually calm eyes widen slightly as he reads the delicate parchment, a ripple of unease crossing his ancient face.
The spell of silver sleep.
He murmurs, his gaze distant, as if seeing beyond the library walls. Within the grand palace library, ancient tomes line the shelves as the royal council shifts uneasily, their hushed whispers filling the air. King Aldrin, his brow furrowed with palpable worry, listens intently as Elric, a scholar, gestures with a parchment. Elric's voice echoes with a chilling truth.
It can place an entire kingdom into magical slumber, untouched by time.
A stunned King Aldrin asks,
How long would we sleep?
Elric's grave response hangs heavy.
100 years.
In the vast, silent palace library, Elric's voice echoes, a grave pronouncement hanging in the air. King Aldrin's face is a canvas of conflict, his gaze fixed on an unseen point beyond the towering shelves. His eyes close slowly, the immense weight of a kingdom's fate pressing down upon his weary soul. Elric's words,
If we sleep, the creature will awaken to an empty world and fade back into darkness.
a chilling proposition.
When we awaken, the danger will be gone.
King Aldrin, with a heavy sigh, murmurs.
Then the kingdom must decide.
The great square of Valerith pulses with life, a vibrant tapestry of farmers, merchants, and children amid stern soldiers. From a raised platform, King Aldrin's gaze sweeps over the vast crowd, his presence commanding and somber. His voice, gentle yet firm, echoes across the square.
People of Valerith, I stand before you today not as your king, but as a man burdened by a prophecy and a choice, an impossible choice.
The great square of Valerith, usually a hive of activity, now lies hushed, thick with an unspoken tension. An old baker, his hands gnarled and dusted with flour, slowly raises a trembling hand into the heavy silence. His voice, surprisingly strong and clear for his age, cuts through the stillness, commanding attention. He declares with unwavering conviction,
If it protects our children's children, I choose sleep.
A ripple of agreement, a collective understanding, washes over the assembled crowd. A sigh of resignation, heavy with shared sacrifice, spreads through the square, sealing their fate. In the great square of Valerith, a young mother steps forward, her daughter clutched tightly to her chest, her gaze unwavering. Her voice rings out, clear and resonant, declaring,
I want my daughter to grow up in peace. I choose sleep.
From unseen depths, a powerful chorus echoes her choice.
I choose sleep.
The chorus swells, a unified chant of defiance and hope.
I choose sleep. I choose sleep.
Sunlight streams into Mira's cozy cottage, illuminating stacks of books and maps, a sign of her tireless work. Mira, her eyes alight with determination, pores over ancient texts, her mind racing with the kingdom's fate. A sudden chill grips her as she overhears the devastating news of the kingdom's decision to surrender to sleep. Her heart pounds, a defiant whisper escapes her lips.
That's running away.
Her brow furrows, confusion clouding her features as she struggled with a difficult truth. She thought, everyone will sleep and will wake up safe. Mira shakes her head slowly, a fierce determination gleaming in her firm gaze. Her voice firm, she counters.
What if the prophecy can be stopped instead?
a challenge in her eyes. Thousands of flickering candles illuminate the royal palace gardens, casting a warm, delicate glow. A vast sea of faces, the entire kingdom gathered, is bathed in the soft, dancing light, eyes fixed forward. At the heart of the gathering, Master Elric stands, his staff raised high, its tip faintly pulsing with an inner light. A hushed, electric anticipation hangs heavy in the air, thick and palpable, as all await his command. With a solemn gaze, Master Elric declares,
When the moon reaches its highest point, the spell will begin.
The palace gardens hum with electric anticipation, a hushed reverence before a grand spell begins. Suddenly, Mira, a small figure of fierce determination, bursts through the solemn crowd, her voice echoing. Wait! Heads turn in a ripple of astonishment, eyes wide with surprise at the unexpected interruption. King Aldrin, regal and poised, looks down at Mira, his gaze surprisingly gentle, betraying no anger. The king's voice, calm and measured, breaks the silence.
What troubles you, child?
All eyes are fixed on Mira, the gardens holding their breath, awaiting her next words. Mira stands in the palace gardens, taking a deep breath, her gaze firm as Master Elric stands serenely beside her. Her voice filled with concern, Mira asks,
If everyone sleeps, who will watch the kingdom?
Master Elric's calm response echoes,
No one must. The magic will protect the land.
Mira's brow furrows with a desperate question.
But what if the prophecy is wrong? Or what if there's a way to stop it forever?
A heavy silence descends upon the palace gardens as King Aldrin searches Mira's face for doubt, finding only firm determination. Queen Leora steps forward, her face etched with profound worry, as King Aldrin asks,
You would stay awake? Alone?
Mira's voice rings with conviction.
Yes.
Leora adds,
That would mean living your whole life while we sleep.
Mira, resoluti, declaris.
If someone faces the darkness now, maybe no one will ever need to fear it again.
King Aldrin's gaze hardens with acceptance.
Then Valerith will have one guardian.
A shimmering silver mist unfurls through the ornate palace gardens, drifting like an ethereal fog, enveloping all in its gentle embrace. One by one, parents, children, knights, and merchants peacefully succumb to the silver haze, their expressions serene as they lie down. King Aldrin and Queen Leora, too, slowly close their eyes, the entire kingdom slipping into a profound, silent slumber. Amidst thousands of sleeping forms, Mira stands alone, a solitary figure in the moonlit gardens, the only one untouched. Years later, Mira walks through Valerith's silent streets, the grand palace clocks frozen in time. Seasons change, painting the land with vibrant colors and then burying it in snow, yet the sleepers remain untouched. Mira, a lone guardian, tends to them with quiet devotion, her presence a light of hope in the stillness. Deep beneath the earth, an almost imperceptible tremor hints at a growing, unseen threat, shattering the quiet. A violent storm rages, lightning illuminating the chaotic sky as the ground trembles with a growling vibration. From a massive crack, the colossal shadow of the Eater of Ages rises, its monstrous head breaking the tree line. Its eyes glow with ancient malevolence, surveying the desolate landscape before its gaze falls upon Mira.
Where is the kingdom I was promised? You, only a child, remains?
Mira stands firm on ancient castle steps, her small figure illuminated by a soft lantern glow, as a towering creature of shadow laughs gutturally. The creature's malice-filled laugh echoes through the mountains, causing the very ground to tremble, but Mira remains unfazed. Mira, defiant, declares to the monstrous creature,
Not just a child, the guardian of Valerith.
Undeterred by the creature's taunt, Mira opens an ancient, leather-bound book, its brittle pages glowing with ethereal light. Mira reveals the creature's weakness.
When a kingdom chooses peace instead of war, your power fades.
The creature falters, its massive shadow dissipating, and with a final roar of impotent rage, it vanishes completely. The ancient spell on Valerith shatters, and across the kingdom, people slowly awaken, disoriented but unharmed. King Aldrin rises from his throne, his eyes scanning the palace gardens, where a statue of a young woman holding a lantern stands. He reads the inscription carved into the statue's base, a profound realization dawning upon him.
Mira, the guardian who stayed awake.
And from that day on, every child in Valerith grew up hearing the same story. Sometimes the greatest heroes are the ones who refuse to sleep.